Bro, what are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was
trying
trying to. There's so many options for the fucking ring light, bro. I didn't know this.
He was cycling through, ended up angry anyway.
So should I go with green?
Sure I share this on a. Yeah,
should I go with green or this?
Oh, he got to cycle through again.
Yeah, bro. Hey, just for anybody that might have, you know what I mean? Her over here playing around with the ring light. Oh shit, son. Where we at? Okay, let me share this on my page.
Can you send me the link to share it?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's in the text, huh? Bam, done.
Hold up, I gotta send it out, brother.
So, okay, all right. Yeah, I probably should have did this first, but anyway, here we go. Nerdz! Yo, what's up, everybody? We are the Dope Nerdz, and today and every day, I'm chilling with two of the dopest gentlemen here on the face of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing my brothers.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hugh. I'm your local tech nerd. I like to do some of the acting myself, but of course, I'm nothing without my brothers, including.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Usually I give you, the big herb. Today you don't get big herb. Today, you get the BBC, the big black monster. Big black creature. Creature.
So we get demonetized in the first 3 minutes, dog.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. Look, that's my head at, you know what I mean? This one's a good one today, fellas. You already know. But before I get ranting and raving, as I usually do, and trust me, today's going to be one of them days. So buckle up. I'm going to toss it over to my big homie. Q.
Yo, everybody, I'm Q. And together, we form the Dope Nerdz. And today, yo, we're back. We back, baby.
2024, baby.
Thank you guys for holding it down for us. You know what I mean? While we took our time. I mean, we can get into like everything, all the details of what happened, why we was off for so long, why we took this big hiatus at a later date. You know what I mean? The hardware, you know what I'm saying?
It's in the car.
Acting gigs, just we've been busy behind the scenes, but we've been thinking about y'all. We love y'all. We miss y'all. And no, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without y'all. So thank y'all for bearing with us. But today's show
is a banger. It's a banger. So let's talk about it. I'm just going to jump in there.
Right, first, head first. No question. We don't have no questions. We just going straight. You just want to go into the meat and potatoes. No questions for nobody.
You want a question? I got a question for you.
Oh God, here we go.
I got a question for you.
I'm listening.
Okay.
If y'all knew a truth, okay, but knew that if you said this truth, your very life could be at stake, do you A, do the righteous thing within the universe? Because I'm not going to talk about spirituality, but in the universe. Or do you humble yourself and realize not all truths need to be said? Please.
That's a good question. I mean, y'all, if you know me, truly, I'ma say it without saying it though. You know what I mean? It'll probably be like, like drop breadcrumbs. That's all, a lot of like.
That is very cute. That is exactly what you do. And I've been a chameleon, most of my life. I've just been blending in the background. But if it affects other people, it has to be said. That's the thing. If it's just me,
crazy?
I don't care. What?
You know what's crazy? Both of y'all answers, neither one of them surprised me.
And what's your answer?
Me, however,
Me,
I'm gonna speak my mind. Anybody that knows Irvin Hill, he gonna say what he want to say, do what he want to do. It's a fact. That's not me bullshitting y'all, folks.
Yeah,
that's not me bullshitting y'all. It's a fact.
I can second and third that. Q's already yeah.
I don't give a damn if you Mike Tyson or fucking Pete Davidson. Okay? I don't give a damn.
I would love to see a buddy cop movie with them too.
I'm just saying. But it's so us, our answers. Because Hubie, you've always played the middle ground, you know what I'm saying, between me and Q. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Q, like you said, you more mindful, you know what I'm saying? You're not just going to drop the bombshell. You will lead the breadcrumbs to the bomb. You know what I mean? Now, if you chose to open up Pandora's box, that's your business. I just led the breadcrumbs with, you know what I mean, to you. Irvin, I ain't got time for all that shit. Fuck that. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Good morning. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Dope Nerdz podcast. We are back. If you heard the welcome back song, it was nostalgic in all its glory. Irv is throwing blows. He came in. We weren't even recording yet. He was swinging. So be prepared. I wasn't. We were talking about getting coffee. I missed that chance. Yep.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
So let's jump into it.
That's a dope.
All right. So yeah. All right. Boom. So I'm sure everybody is aware of the recent interview that just took place with between Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams. So that we're back. Whoever that was. Thank you guys for tapping back in with us. We're doing this live and we're doing this on recording, so we will be answering your questions live on air. And then when this podcast comes out later on, wherever you get your streaming, wherever you stream your podcast at, they will be answered there too. So if you could just put your name, we would love to shout y'all out. So you know what I mean. That's in the conversation. But I'm sure everybody's aware. And I've been seeing the clips and all that about the Shannon Sharpe, Katt Williams interview. It's going crazy right now. It's going crazy.
Shoot.
Katt Williams said a lot of things. He told his truth, bruh, it's the most talked about interview of 2024 and possibly 2023.
Facts.
And the crazy thing is, we just now 6-7 days into the new year. I mean, so where do y'all want to start? Where do y'all want to start exactly with it? Y'all want to do the?
So I think one of the first things we should say is it's being talked about by everybody, not just anybody. Everybody. It is important to have these conversations. These are things that affect a broad audience and participants, and I think it's dope that we actually still have the time and energy to do this, because it was a lot. You know, it was first of all, it was 2 hours and 46 minutes. I mean, it was a sponsor commercial in there, so like 2 hours 45. But still, that's an impressive amount of content to give to us. I'm not gonna say to regurgitate, but to consume, understand, and bring it back to the people.
So real quick, Hubie, I think the important thing is to say, first and foremost, nobody at the Dope Nerds in the world basically knows anything factual. You know what I'm saying? Katt did lay some truths out, and some of them was confirmed. But we at the Dope Nerds don't know none of these people personally. We don't know the situation. We don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Or out in the open.
But we do have things to say about this. You know what I'm saying? So just sit back, enjoy the ride.
That is a great disclaimer, by the way.
I'm just saying.
Someone
right?
should pay you for that. You should get paid.
Bro, why do we do the same face at the same time?
Hey, look. But let's start from the beginning and go forward. Let's just break it down piece by piece.
Pulling up my notes now.
Okay.
All right. So first topic was Ricky Smiley from Jump.
Oh, no. There was one before it. Katt Williams, as a comedian, a good comic, top in the world. The first thing he said, rape is never funny.
Facts.
Yep.
You know what? Back up a little bit further. First, I want to shout out to Shannon Sharp.
First thing he said, rape is never funny. Facts. Yep. You know what? Back up a little bit. Get an audio delay like that?
No, this is my bad.
He's clipping. Get out of here.
But let's back up. First off, I want to say thank you, Shannon Sharp, for starting Club Shay Shay. I want to thank I think he did a beautiful intro for Katt Williams.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest intros I've ever heard in my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
He really did that man a service. But let's get into it. Ricky Smiley. First off, I have no problem with Ricky Smiley. Okay? Now,
yeah.
They said in the original script, Katt said in the original script, there's a rape scene. Now, unfortunately, Ice Cube did come out and say
we can't. Hold on, wait. We can't say that word.
Say what word?
On YouTube.
Accosted. An accosted
word.
scene. They were accosted.
Oh.
Or assaulted.
Yeah. Essay.
Yeah. Well, and that script, it was the original script. It was pre-written and that's how we were supposed to be depicted. Bits of us, not all. He wasn't every black man in that movie, but he was some of us. And I'm gonna wait for Herb to finish that thought, because honestly, there were a lot of pieces that hit me. I was like, he says I'm not doing that several times. That's just not who I am. That's not part of my integrity. It comes first.
Yeah, and Ice Cube did come out and say that part wasn't in the script, which I thought was a little bit different, or however that may have looked. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wouldn't want to see that in no movie. Why would no? It was bad enough in Players Club. Didn't want to see it then. So that made it rough, of course.
Thank you. I think anyone who has sympathy or empathy in their body understands that is inappropriate. It's not a storytelling element if it's for comedy, and that's why his first line, one of his first lines is so important. It's never funny. Like, what's the point of this? No. And that comes with acting too. Any good actor can read a script and immediately know if something is a miss. I'm like, why is this character? They'll ask questions. They'll produce better results. Rewrite it if needed, like he did.
Yeah. And then Ice Cube also said that that part was already written, but then later in that same blurb, he also said that Katt Williams wrote majority of it. So that was something I picked up on. That was a little backwards to me, but to say that, you know what I mean, is a little bit,
a little off color.
I mean, Katt Williams definitely ran away with that role.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's pause this conversation due to technical difficulties. We're gonna have her back in a moment, but I want to reflect on a couple of things.
Okay.
From this past year. In this past year, we've hit more followers, more listens, and a lot more generated interactions than we had before. And it wasn't like while we were active we weren't getting these, but I think the content has cycled through the community, and they're like, oh, who is this? When I've been talking to people, they've been asking, when's the next episode? Before they've even listened. They're just like, yo, when do your episodes come out? I'm like, you don't even know what's going on yet. We don't know what we talk about. And I'm not trying to downplay us. We produce some quality, But I was just like, you want to listen to one first before you ask about the next one?
Yeah.
They're just
right. It's a super exciting thing because like there's a large group of people that have been going back and listening to our old episodes, and then coming and being like, yo, so when's the next episode? When y'all doing that? I think y'all are great together. Y'all have a good energy, good synergy, good chemistry, all that good stuff. And not to toot our own horn, but yo, if y'all ain't go back and listen, y'all need to go back and listen to some of the older episodes, bro. But now to be back here with these guys, I mean, I will be back here in a few. Yeah. It's just a great and amazing feeling. Both of these guys. No, for sure. Let's see. But I did want to talk about. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in these past episodes, we talked about a lot of things that were on its way back, or that we wanted back, including video games and movies and pieces of our culture in general. We talked about how dances get recycled and they add a little different movement. because every generation gets better knees for some reason, and I have things down here. I was going to wait for Irv, but since I can show him in a little bit, but I would like to show things that I've unfortunately paid for. I when I get one of my acting checks, I'll pay all my dues, right? And then sometimes I'll splurge a little. I'm like, all right, let's get these things for the future. So I'll pre-order a game or whatever. And one of the things I got was Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition for PS5. I'm blessed to have things like that, and I was stupid to spend the money. But some things are unforgettable. I'm now old enough to just have figures that can be put safely away. Yeah, you see how big this is? That's my arm. This is an impressive sculpture to the detail. They have texture in his suit in different places. Miles is, you see the lightning fist, you know what I mean? Not actually electric fist, but I'm saying that for a reason. If you haven't played the game yet, I'm not going to spoil anything. And it's just, it has a serial number and all that. I shouldn't be touching it pretty much, but I'm not going to sell these things. These are things I want to have for the future. And in the office, I have stuff behind the mic. I just don't show it as much because of reasons. My cousin, I showed this to y'all once before, got me the Blue Marvel Legends. This is a
what?
Yes, cousin. Man set me up.
For those of y'all,
for
those of y'all who don't know, he was working on a Blue Marvel live action starring Hugh himself, you know what I mean? And I got to see some behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, you did.
Got to see it with my own two eyes. And it was dope. He wrote it, directed it, starred in it, all himself, bro. And I think that's the part that I don't think we get enough credit for, is the simple fact that, you know what I mean? Like, we really be out here putting in work. Whether y'all see it or realize it or not, our lives get busy, they get hectic, they get crazy real quick, and then we got to dip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think one of the impressive things that we still do is we come back, because those bits that we hold on to are important to us. We're passionate about this. Like, I didn't buy that figure because I wanted to resell it. I didn't want to buy it because I just thought it was cool. I love Spider-Man. Like, that's part of my character development as an adult, as a human being. Like, the thought to do good, no matter where you are. If you are able to stop someone from hurting someone else, you should, right? That's my thoughts. If you're someone who doesn't agree, maybe Spider-Man's not your favorite. That's not what I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it helps direct me in the person that I am. And I also got this real cheap. This is Spider-Man 30th Anniversary Edition. Hollow foil alternate art cover. Somebody opened it at the comic shop, so I think it lost its value. But I don't care. I got it for like $3.
Yeah, no, that's crazy because they have the same comic.
What, bro? See, we brothers for
yeah. Oh, okay. So this one, let y'all know that stuff. I got this as a wedding gift.
You have a graded 9.4.
Yeah,
9.4. Good God.
Yeah, this came from my boss, good friend of mine who's at the wedding. He was like, "Yo, enjoy that gift," and then walked off. So this is that.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of. There was the wedding was fun. The wedding was fun. It was. It was intimate. I had the people that I would choose to carry me to my casket as my best men, my groomsmen. Then, like, I couldn't do that day without these guys. You know what I mean? So thank you to my brothers. They say if you got to be, if they can't, but these guys hold it down for real.
Man,
I got
I'm
married.
so mad you said carry my casket because I sent you that video. I was like, don't ask me, bro, because I want to be making jokes the whole time. I'll be sad. Let me grieve. Let me grieve.
Yeah, no, that's what when she said like because when we was picking out, you know what I mean, like this ain't got nothing to do with nothing that we're gonna talk about today, but just to give y'all a little. Yeah, so I got married in September of last year. Wedding went amazing. We paid for it all out of our own pocket, so that's why we really wasn't podcasting. It was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. My wife did all the decorations and everything, and it just turned out really good. We'll post pictures eventually as soon as we get them back.
Yeah, I still have the souvenirs. Like I just put the key up actually.
No.
I won't describe it too much, but yeah. Speaking of paying out of own pocket, I was hoping Herb was still here for this. He'll come back eventually, but nobody asked me what I was wearing, so I was trying to set y'all up. This I can't flip it right now. But this is the Pittsburgh River Monsters. This is a hockey team this is a real jersey, semi-professional. They are a potential partnership. We've been working hard behind the scenes trying to make these bonds, and it's a friend of mine. He owns the team. He's also partnered with Acrospire, the brewing company we've been talking about for a couple of years. They've been blowing up. Their new location is finished. The commercial's almost done as well, but I lost a lot of that stuff because my computer's gone. This is a backup, but hopefully these Pittsburgh River Monsters, you'll see the link down below. They've been putting in work. I've been watching a couple games. I wasn't a hockey fan growing up as much. Like into my adulthood, I started to be. I'm also from Florida, so like the Panthers. Yeah, my friends who hear this, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of angry texts. I'm sorry. Most of our teams in Florida are subpar. They're great competitors, but they're not always a winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people say that about their towns all the time, but this is I can't wait to send the links. This is currently Kelly. You'll see it. They have a game today. I don't think this one's being used today.
Okay.
There's more to come.
Oh, yeah, bro. So let's get into there's one topic and what the title is on Facebook and everything. It's called Hey Nerdz. And recently I was watching old episodes of Hey Arnold, bro. And Hey Arnold is one of those shows that could work in any period of time. The characters are so well crafted that they still ring true today. And that show came out in the 90s and I think carried on to the 2000s. I mean,
don't say the dates.
Bro, I'm saying it's like that's just one of those shows that really kind of define a generation of people. It talked about the different friendships and bonds that we would build, you know what I mean? And we all know a Gerald, you know what I mean? We all know a Helga. Everybody knows those characters. And
I think what you're saying is so important. It's not just the relationships that we do build, it's the potential to build, the ones we wanted, right? Like
and everybody and their mama wanted that room. Everybody. Arnold's room was one of the dopest man caves ever, bro.
And he wasn't even like rich or nothing. That was the best part. Like,
bro, but I do want to talk about that. Because everybody else was in those like one bedroom apartments, and this man had the most high tech room of all time.
Oh my God. Who else would have a room like that?
The closest thing I've seen to it is I've seen two things that are very close to it. Yeah, I mean, the college dorm, Hugh's room, right? When we go to Hugh's room, basically it was like surround sounds everywhere. I put them up in the quarters. I mean, obviously,
I was hustling on Marketplace. I needed all of these things, and if I could get a bigger, better one for the same price or less, I did. I had like 3 jobs. It's a long
Yeah, bro. So man, he's 6'8", so it wasn't no problem for him to reach up there and put him up there. And he had a big subwoofer that sat up under the couch that we would sit on, and we would play video games in there. When you walked into his room, I'm not gonna tell that, but when you walked, I'm not gonna expose it. yo, my bro, he would always be like, yo, come on in, but there was a method to his madness. You had to go through some. It was like security at the door. Oh, hey, stop right there. Yo. And then this guy was my mentor for a period of time when I was trying to formulate, getting to it and really creating my own shit. His man cave had movie theater seats and AstroTurf lining the seats, bro. And then I'm like, it was crazy. Big old movie theater screen and all that. And I'm like, bro, how did you do all this? And he'd be like, bro, this is all you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 whatever. But there's that.
Speaking of which, that does lead me into some video game news. I mean, we've talked about video games before. We talked about what we wanted to come back. One of the things coming back was one of the first RPGs you played before Skyrim. Yeah, that's how old we are. Before Fallout 4, who was Fallout 3 at the time, in New Vegas, but Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be here soon. Look at his. So the subwoofer was amazing, but we used it for Left 4 Dead. We used it for Dragon's Dogma. We used it for Borderlands. So you felt it was a good system. I just got rid of it. Like it lasted a while, and it made the experience of these video games palpable. It was beautiful. Do you remember the games I said I really wish would come out with a sequel? Like the Sega games, like Jet Set Radio Future.
Oh, where did you get that?
So I got this copy, bro. I've been scouring for cheap, good copies. It's pristine. This is the double pack that I had when I was little, bro. And they're coming out with a new one.
Swear.
Yes, they released it this past information, and I was like, I'm looking for auditions. I want to be DJ Professor K. Are you kidding me? To be a part of my childhood's reinvention for the next gen?
Bruh, I can see it. I would love that. Bruh, so to just real quick to double back to the Hey Arnold thing. And Hey Arnold, who was your favorite character?
My favorite? I think it's because of my connection with her, but probably the grandma. If you mean of the kids, I kind of really like that lanky country bumpkin. I forget his name. Always had a brown shirt. He had a high top fade for a white dude.
Yeah.
He was dope. I don't know what it was. It was the
burrito. It was the burrito.
Oh gosh.
No, mine was Harold, and Harold for a reason because he was supposed to be the bully, but he was a gentle bully. Like he had a real soft side to him, and a hard exterior. He was a bigger kid, but he was sensitive. And as I'm watching a couple episodes the other day, and the scariest episode that Nickelodeon has ever produced outside of Invader Zim was Hey Arnold in that gosh darn train.
You remember my memory is a little touchy, but I'm feeling it. I just can't remember all.
Grandpa was telling the kids a story about the train that derailed, and that still haunts me to this day. I got to that episode, and I'm like, you know what? These kids been cutting the food. Yeah, I'm putting it on. Sit down, everybody. I got tormented with it. Y'all getting the same treatment.
You're a monster. Oh, speaking of tormenting and these childhood cartoons, there's another one. We're gonna have to continue with Hey Arnold, but Courage the Cowardly Dog. We admired him. He was brave. Somebody made a horror game where your courage, just living life. Yeah, it's fan made. I'm gonna send you the link in a little bit. It's terrifying. It's in third person, so you can still see over his shoulder, and the animation is. But yeah, Hey Arnold, a gem, never gets old.
Yeah. Now, okay. Is there a brother? Yeah, this kind of threw us all the way off because we were supposed to talk about the Katt Williams stuff, then jump into the Hey Arnold stuff. But technical difficulties, we worked through it, man. Just bear with us.
Yeah, we might just change the title. We all right. It's not going anywhere.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? But there is yeah, I have no idea where to go. Well, shit, I'll just play.
Well, I do have one more
clip.
Oh.
Okay.
That's that other game that I said that when we had our guest, he said could never be remade again, called Kung Fu Chaos. It's the battle game that I was talking about where you're in a movie. I found it also pristine. We're playing this. This is my childhood in a box. I think I'm not just healing my inner child. I'm just continuing a relationship with them as well. Because if I could, I would have a life where I stayed home. I got to be my big brother, the big brother to Mikey, and with my cousins.
Yeah.
I think it would have been different for all of us if I had just stayed home. It was important for me to go. My life would be very different without college, but I was just like, that's my the 5 people you meet in heaven. That's one of my heavens. Just I get to stay and be with my cousins and brothers of all walks, and we get to be kids still.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of kids, hold on 1 second, real quick. Hey, y'all see me in here podcasting, bro. So y'all need to stop. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes it be like that, bro. You as much as you want to give and allow children the freedom to do certain things and be a part of certain things, you know what I mean? Sometimes they make it very difficult. Very difficult. And I could only imagine how our parents felt with us. You know what I mean? Because I don't, me. But anyway, there was a recent firing that we got to talk about, and I definitely want to speak to you about this. Jonathan Majors.
Oh. So
and yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that. Sorry, I just got a notification about another meeting. That's fine. But other than that, I'm going to pull up my notes because Katt Williams, I know we're not really talking about his special till we're all here, said it the best. And I have the quote. Where is it? Where is it? I don't think I wrote it down. He said, "You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they'll still tear you down."
And that's the truth, bro. I mean, there's more bars in that. You know what I mean? That's deep on so many different layers. Yeah. But yeah. So Jonathan Majors, for those of y'all who don't know, and even if you do know, you're about to hear it again. Jonathan Majors played Kang the Conqueror in Marvel's cinematic universe. It was recently let go due to allegations and an eventual guilty verdict of assault. However, at the same time that we get this guilty verdict, which I believe that they already had it made up in their mind because the holidays was coming around, which happens so very often. They'll rush the verdict and not really go over all the evidence. I'm not saying he's guilty or if he's innocent. That's entirely up to the 12 peers of his and the judge. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just stating to y'all what happened. The video came out of him running throughout the streets away from his accuser. The driver said that he would, this is all fact. The driver said, well, this is for the facts that we know. I wasn't there, so I can't really say. The driver said that it sounded like he was getting his ass whooped, basically, verbatim, like not word for word. And to that, I say it's unfair. It's a little unfair.
A little. Okay, let me tap in real quick. So the rumors and the reports were that he was fighting over phone and he hit her. That sounds bad. You don't hit people. You don't hit. I'm not to be sexist. I know equal lefts and rights, but you don't. I don't hit women. We don't do that, especially as Black men. It's part of our upbringing. It's a matriarchy over here. We are. It's different, but not. Anywho, that sounds bad. That sounds like an offense that should be handled. When the video came out, like you said, and the facts were given, not everything was lining up. I haven't reviewed it again because I was just so disappointed, but I do know that it had tremendous effects. It took a $1 billion company and made them rewrite their future movies, TV shows, and things that they had planned for the next couple of years just because they didn't want to be associated with this verdict. Because once they hear that, they're like, all right, you're done.
Yeah, and I thought it was weird because the entire time we're standing behind Jonathan Majors. We're going forward with Jonathan Majors. He's our king, the conqueror, blah, they skip. But I personally believe, and a lot of other people believe, that they had it already made up in their minds that he was out.
Yeah, they were just showing face just in case. Some people want to support you just in case.
Yeah, and I find it. I've been in a situation like that. You know what I mean? Just to share, I'm not gonna go into too many details, but I was in a situation like that, and I did take off. I ran. I mean, you're putting me in a position to where I either had to defend myself or flee the situation.
You removed yourself from the situation. You did what you thought was best.
I got laughed at. I got called all types of names, bro. And I'm like, no, you're not gonna trip me up with that. And there's been a lot of times, because we date based on love and how we feel, right? Mm-hmm. You and I, we're both married to wonderful women who color it doesn't matter.
No.
And sometimes they go harder than us for the community. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but there is that stigma, especially with the older generation in our community, that you shouldn't date for that reason.
The embodiment that the way we have lived our lives isn't in fear, but in contingency. Growing up, at least, like, we're taught these are danger things, and it's the same thing with with cartoons. Quicksand. How many times are you going to encounter that? But the chances are still there, so we guard ourselves. We choose different paths, but that's not what happened here. We just happened to fall for people who looked like the enemy. We've all seen, like, what, Pocahontas. I know that's not the best movie now. You can't look back at that. We've all seen or read something, fiction or nonfiction, like this. What was it? Bird dating the person who was on the British side. Like, she was married to a British. Yeah, so it just happened to be this way.
Yeah. I do not agree with. I will say I do not agree with the firing of Jonathan Majors. In the least bit, for the simple fact, like you said, they had to rewrite the whole thing, and Jonathan Majors was smoke. That boy was smoking every role he touched, it with an old face and a young body. I,
Oh, hey sis, I love you too. Oh my god, it's not big. It's just bald now. I used to have hair to cover this. Shaving this.
But yeah, dog. I didn't agree with it. I've been hearing some rumors about them recasting. I'm not sure who, but
So the recasting is not permanent yet. The insiders that I follow have said that we're just moving on to Doctor Doom. I don't believe it.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't believe it.
I don't like it. Okay, Doctor Doom. Yeah, bring him in eventually, but at this point in time, you set us up. You set all your shows up leading to Kang the Conqueror. So we're just supposed to soft reset and then forget all that. Because, bro, I'm just what?
Just
we're yeah, it would be different if it was behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like if it was just something quiet, but it's such a publicized thing. Like it's like, bro, hey, we can see you.
And it's not, we would support this decision, unfortunately, if he was hurting people, if he was doing that. I'm just like, why would this big man who trained for Creed, like that's not adding up. He removed himself. But you know what? I'm not there. I'm not the jury. I'm not the judge.
We got it.
Okay.
Hey folks, Big Irv here with some sad news to tell y'all. I just felt like it should come from me on a public platform. Unfortunately, folks, I will have to bow out of the Dope Nerdz podcast. I truly will miss y'all. I love y'all. Stay blessed. And remember, it's all about the love. I love y'all.
Speaking of turns of events, where you lose a major part of your story.
Yeah. Well, that was.
Sis, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
We have to check in on our brother. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an awkward time.
Make a Facebook post.
It's at an awkward time because we just was talking about the Jonathan Majors thing, and then, but okay, I'm trying to find the humor in this. Whatever is happening behind the scenes over there, we will handle, and then let y'all. We'll get back to y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that unfortunate, but we all respect our brother's decision, and
yeah, did not see that.
No, that I was going to renew the license for our business,
Yeah.
Just hold on a second.
With the Katt Williams stuff. Yep. Is there well, after that news, I'm not 100% sure what to do there. Knocked me all the way off the game.
You ever see a documentary or like a biopic about someone's life. These are one of those moments. We'll be back, folks. I think we're gonna end it here today. Thanks for tuning in. If we can, we'll make a Facebook post, or we might just talk to you guys, just so that you are aware of where your Dope Nerds family is.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we had a different show planned out, but sometimes things happen. Whether it be technical difficulties or whatever the case may be. Wait a minute, he's back.
No.
Yeah.
Did he set us up?
Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, no, thank you for tapping in with us. We definitely appreciate it.
That's my sister.
Everybody who tapped in, appreciate the love, the support, all that. I'm gonna throw them back in there, so y'all be all right in on it with us.
Y'all niggas thought I was playing. Y'all know I love y'all too much.
I hate this man. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga. Hey,
is that for the promo? Are you serious?
I'm gonna knock your fucking wig smooth the fuck off, my nigga. What the fuck?
I'd like to point out that's not a wig. He the only one with a hairline still. Don't want to talk about it. Q got his all crispy, but I'm using it.
Knock your smooth,
Listen
bro,
here,
smooth. You ain't gonna have no more fucking naps in your fucking head, bro.
Nigga, I'm already there.
We put us in an awkward position now. We looking at everybody looking at us like y'all niggas ain't know. No, we ain't know. Like anyway, we talked about the Hey Arnold shit, bro, nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking about them games we talked about last time.
See how pissed off
the
I am?
Return, Jet Set Radio, Kung Fu Chaos. We playing this.
When I dropped in, he was talking about Jonathan Major trial.
Yes.
So let's talk about it. First off,
right back in.
Here's my question. Here's my question about the whole thing. Has anybody seen the actual footage?
Yeah, I saw him hopping out the car because it's like here, and he hops out and goes this way. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, the story that I was told was that she had stolen his cellular device.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if you watch the clip, he pushes her away from him and takes off. Right? You watch the clip. At the end of the altercation, he pushes her away and runs off around the corner. Then they show footage of her around the corner chasing after him. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I saying domestic violence is a joke. No way, shape, or form am I saying that what he did was right. However, my question is, what really happened? Because if I snatch you up, right? The last thing you want to do is come closer to me. It's a fact. And this goes with my saying of, we don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. Go back to the Chris Brown Rihanna thing. Like a comedian once said, Rihanna might look over Chris Brown like, that's why you can't dance.
I mean, so this is what yeah, we can only speculate. You know what I mean? We could definitely only speculate at that point, but it does look a little suspicious.
It does. But
it definitely does look like
right.
Like we talked about.
I'm rewatching it now. I'm just rewatching it. I didn't know that there was an extended down every single corner.
Yeah.
I only saw the first two, and they're still going.
You feel
How
what
do
I'm
you
saying
think
though?
he's gonna catch this man though? For real, he's fit. Like he's gonna keep running. Sorry, that's
Kang the Conqueror.
yeah. No, she did stop. Okay, yeah. I'm saddened by all this.
Yeah, bro. It didn't look right. One, that didn't look right. The firing didn't look right. They found it. They said he was guilty. Now he's awaiting his sentencing, which could be up to a year in prison.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna wrap that up. I'm gonna play this real quick. So Katt Williams, Ludacris. Katt Williams said something about Ludacris, and I found it hilarious.
For sure.
So let me.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest.
What did he say?
Let's be honest though. If you were single and somebody offered you $200 million to marry an ugly woman,
yeah,
how many people would turn that down? Not many. Not many. Especially a broke motherfucker.
No, I mean, she's not bad looking.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, she's not bad looking at all, though. I'm
not saying his wife is ugly. I'm not saying his wife is ugly. I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Katt Williams said that.
In the eyes of Hollywood or whatever, some people consider her non-attractive. You know what I mean? And that's everybody's taste. Everybody has their own taste. Everybody has their own flow. Everybody has their own flavor. But Katt, I feel like Katt has sat on the sideline and heard things and seen things and been told things.
Yes.
And he just had enough. All right, now it's time for me to come out and set the record straight. Did Katt Williams write most of Money Mike's lines? That is confirmed by Ice Cube.
So we were trying to talk about that before you left too. We were saying the part was written. So to come back and say that later, what he means to say is he rewrote that. And I think that was a very important thing that he missed because he's really great with he's a wordsmith himself.
And also, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. And I was like, he wrote the character as he wanted rather than I use this and then I wrote it. You know, it just sounded weird in the order. But
in the words of Ice Cube, he was giving them gems. So why not keep them?
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But
so in his gems, that comes from his education background too. Like he's worldly, and he never said that was a stepping stone. You know, he might have been very intelligent, more than any of us at this point, but he says it was just part of his life. You know, his belief in himself was what kept him going strong in his dreams. And his creativity, impressive. That's all,
bro. That part right there, the belief in oneself, man, it can come off to people as cocky and arrogant. However, if you look up the definition of humble, it means having a lesser value of oneself. You know what I mean? So why shouldn't we believe in ourselves so strongly that it might be to the point of delusion? And then you would hope that people around you would feel that energy of belief in you to the point where it becomes folie à deux.
True.
Where it's a shared delusion. But then when that happens, success normally follows behind that. Because if everybody's working and pushing on the same bike, pedaling towards the same position, you're going to break ground. You're going to get to the destination that you're trying to go. And that's a lot of the time with these people who come off as crazy or people who say they're on drugs, is they believe in themselves beyond a shadow of a doubt. But I'm going to play this for y'all real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And this was Ludacris's response to Katt Williams' comments. Go ahead, Q.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade cause niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet, let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludicrous, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati, only Illuminati. And I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns. Yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise. Comedians check your temperature.
Both invited to an
So what say y'all?
So first off, I love Ludacris's material. I love his rapping material. I love his acting material. So that's the first thing. Like I said at the beginning, nobody here at Dope Nerdz knows any of these people personally. We don't know what happened in closed doors. I've never been invited to an Illuminati party. I don't think neither of these gentlemen have either, from my recollection. Nor would I want to be honest. Stuff that, like what Katt Williams did, and stuff like what he's saying these other comedians and rappers and actors have done, I have personally learned, have learned that people put them in themselves in positions, whether that be good or bad, by the actions that they choose to take. You know what I mean?
Or not take.
Yeah.
So when you put yourself in positions, you have to learn to take responsibility for your choices. Now, go ahead, Hubie.
I was going to say, if you go back to his questions about his life, he specifically talks about him making choices. He had $2,500 in his pocket at 13, just all the time. He made choices to better himself often. I know he's talking. What we're talking about is later on in his life in the Hollywood scene, but he's already got a history of making better choices. So I'm more inclined to believe what he's saying than be against it. But go on. That's all I wanted to say. Since 13, he's been doing right.
So when we sit here and we listen to,
so let me just interject real quick. Yeah, let me just jump in real quick, because if this was anything outside of like, okay, this interview one was great fucking marketing. It was highly entertaining. He said a bunch of things that we had on the conspiracy side of stuff, you know what I mean, have been considering for technical difficulties again, have been considering for some time. And yeah, after the technical difficulties is getting kind of annoying. But anyway, long story short, on the conspiracy side of things, if you think about conspiracy theories as in a whole or totality, you can take them with a grain of salt. Doesn't matter. You can believe them, whatever the case may be. But we have been already kind of hip to the Illuminati and what goes on and what they say goes on. I mean, so him coming out as someone that's been in Hollywood, kind of lightweight, confirming that, and then plus with all the allegations against Diddy at this current juncture, Columbus Short coming out saying he liked to party, hit him up late night, you know what I mean, on some wild stuff. All that stuff going on. It's like is at a very good time that it could, I'm just saying this, it could be a marketing ploy to get to further increase revenue streams on his Dark Matter tour that he's currently on at the present moment. There's that. So you gotta look at it from the other side too. Now, I'm not calling that man a liar. I'm not saying anything negative. What he said, I thoroughly enjoyed that. But Ludacris smoked that verse. But is Ludacris in the top 5 rappers all time?
One of my top 5, but he's more comedy and storytelling in a different way. You know,
Is he? Would you consider Ludacris one of the most underrated rappers all time?
Underrated, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the audience, would y'all consider Ludacris one of the most underrated rappers of all time? We'll leave that. We'll pose that. I think Ludacris. I think Ludacris should be in the top 5 rappers all time. Well, not all time. Let me not say that. He's in
our generation.
He's in like my top 40
of our generation. Yeah, top 5. But I would say of all time, that's difficult.
He's in my top 40 all time. But I got a long list ahead of him. It's a long list. This is something good. But anyway, long story short, he is one of the most underrated rappers, and he does not get the flowers he deserves because he was seen as a gimmicky rapper. You know, the stand-up video with he had the big arms, the big shoes, and stuff like that. We are you playing around?
Get back, yeah, I love that song. I love his discography. Word of Mouth was a great album too. I shouldn't have been listening to it at like 11, but
no,
here we are.
Yeah, Red Like This, bruh, Red Like This. He got a body of work that has. It'll be tough to go against him in a versus for anybody. Yeah. But before we hop off of here, I do want to bring this up. Did you get a chance to see T-Pain's live on Top of the Covers?
You talking about Tennessee Whiskey?
That whole thing, absolutely amazing.
This is a spoiler for anyone, and you've probably already figured it out. So if you don't want to hear it, leave now for a moment. Come back in like 2 minutes. We're at 108. He was on The Masked Singer. Not only was he on The Masked Singer, he won. And it was a shock to some. Most of us were like, yeah, we knew he could sing. It's auto-tune. But we weren't supporting him when he needed it. So that's difficult. But his version of Tennessee Whiskey on that show got me to listen to that song in ways I didn't think I would. I had it on repeat, just trying to learn the words. I could have looked them up, but I wanted to hear it, his vibrato, his temperament, his cadence, because I was like, this is music. He's making it his. So the live, it was good.
Yeah.
But I stayed away because I was gonna be there all day. It was a YouTube click, and I was like, nah. I got things to do today.
Oh, bruh, I'm telling you, it was so good. And I actually purchased the album prior to him doing this. And when he was on The Masked Singer, I remember we're sitting down watching it as a family, because that's one of the things that we like to do. We're watching it as a family. And he gets up there, and I'm like, that's T-Pain. My wife is like, no, it's not. He sounds older. It sounds like an old man with a lot of soul in his voice. And I remember, lady, that's T-Pain. This is the first time I know T-Pain. That's one of my favorite artists of all time. He is in my top 10. We argue about it for a few minutes. So, make a long story short, it's T-Pain. She owe me money. She ain't paid up yet. You know what I mean? We bet. We make bets on that. But on top of the covers, the live. Okay. Oh yeah. She was on here, so she gonna have to pay up. She know I'm right anyway. But on top of the covers, a live to see him sing.
You giving him his flowers,
which a lot of people did not know he was capable of.
Exactly. I was like, you're giving him his flowers that he deserves, and you talk about giving people flowers all the time. Not all the time, but like people who deserve it. And Katt says something too, like, what if they can't afford their flowers? And that, I know he meant money, but in my head I was thinking, what if people aren't prepared for their flowers? Because you pray for something and God presents an opportunity if you're Christian, and if not, you manifest it to the universe, and the universe presents an opportunity, right? What if he wasn't ready then? And I'm not saying I know his journey, I don't know this man, but I'm like, he could sing then. But what if he wasn't ready for the flowers he's getting now? What if his time is now and before was just a prequel? Quality hasn't changed. It's classic, but he couldn't afford his flowers yet.
Bro, no, that's bars. Those are bars. I encourage everybody to go check it out. If you haven't, if you got an hour to spare, go check it out. If you do not have an hour to spare, there's a recommendation for you. The song is called Drowning Again by T-Pain. I want y'all to go check that song out. It means a lot to me. I mean, I can go down the list of all T-Pain songs that you would get to hear, but
you forget
there is a little bit of auto-tune on it.
Be in the right headspace.
I might possibly. Oh yeah. No, but I mean, no, just go listen to it. Listen to the musicality of it. He did produce that himself. Well, playing the piano. T-Pain is just, bro. He's one of the greatest of our generation, and deserves every flower, every single praise that he's getting right now. Every single one. I just wish nothing but the best for him. Like I said, that's one of my biggest influences on my music that I'm creating today, and in the past, and everything else. You know what I mean? That's the guy. Hugh, before we get up out of here, bro, I just want to tell you how good it is to be back with you, bro. Talking to you.
Yeah.
Through all this wasn't what we had planned, you know what I mean? But
yeah, man pulled out a stack of notes and couldn't read them. I'm sad about it. I got some on my phone, but that's okay. There's time, and I know people say that, but I cherish these moments. Even though I get frustrated about planning, I get anxiety about planning too, just like my brother-in-law. But this is good. I'm glad we're back together too, man. It's good to be close to face until we can get a break between our projects, face to face as we are.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. No, I definitely enjoy these moments, getting to talk to you guys, bounce ideas off, and getting to spend the rest of the time with you guys who are watching, who are tuned in. Who will be listening to this whenever it is, probably won't ever make the actual Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. But for you guys who are watching live on YouTube and or Facebook, wherever you guys are watching from right now, we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Yeah, that's Hugh's thing. You know what I mean? My bad, bro.
No, it's cool. I said thank you, so we would have our outro guy. So I'm gonna try it. As always, we bring you the dopest content. Can't wait to see you again, bro. I don't hype up. I'm so mellow. This is difficult. So I'm gonna toss it over.
Yeah. See.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for being here. We love y'all. The support has been crazy.
You know what I'm saying, bro? But
so,
ladies and gentlemen,
the delay.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, yeah, bro, we've been on here for so long, bro. It was like, damn, it was like 45. I'm like, okay, that's a good out. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for stepping in with us today. We appreciate each and every one. I could talk right now, bro. See, fucking up. Each and every one of y'all. It's been so long since we've been on here. You guys have been great supporting us. You know what I mean, and just keeping us really going with this and wanting to come back to it. With that being said, we are the Dope Nerds. And as always, stay dope. Yeah.